Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of your OGR, as today we got game 40 as the Edmonton Oilers took on the New York Islanders and walked away with a massive 4-2 W, where we finally played a full damn game where we just really kicked ass throughout the full 60 minutes. We actually played quite well defensively, and not just that, we dominated offensively, where we got to see Leon Draisaitl get his 400th career assist, and not just that, we got to see Connor McDavid getting 500 career assists, getting halfway to the big old 1,000, so that is just absolutely crazy as well. But before we get into this one here, guys, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. It'll be very much appreciated there, guys. So let's get into this bad boy here with the Edmonton Oilers, as like I said, this was a game where we just played top to bottom. We played a really good, consistent game where from the start of the game, we were kicking ass. You know, the kind of the second and third period, we were just kind of fluttering, but we just played really strong defensively. We got the lead, and we just, you know, kind of stuck with that lead. And I was really happy about that. You know, we capitalized on the opportunities that we did get, and we scored on them, which is a, you know, kind of one of our problems that we were having all over the last few games, is finishing our chances. And throughout this game, we were getting a lot of chances. We had 38 shots over 22 of the New York Islanders, which is the very first time we actually really get to see that. We don't get to see that a whole lot from the Edmonton Oilers, where we actually get to see us out shooting other teams. Now, the New York Islanders are not a very great offensive team, but majority of the time, we get outshot. You know, we are getting dominated in the shot department, and our goaltending's having to stand up huge. And for the very first time, we actually got to see where our team was stepping up huge instead of the goalie. And it was mostly because Woodcroft teared into this team in the second intermission of the Seattle Kraken game. Apparently, they had a players-only meeting, which I can't believe it took him 40 or 39 goddamn games to finally Woodcroft to lose his mind. I thought if I was the coach, I probably would have lost my mind like 20 games in, seeing how this team was playing, or even throughout December. I probably would have lost my mind midway through December. You know, I would have lost my mind a long time ago. So I think it was a long time to wait to finally lose your mind on this crappy ass team that, you know, we have been over the past little bit. But we actually played a really good game, and I'm hoping we can continue to do this. But of course, I think this brings you know, like I said in the last episode, I think this brings in a hope that won't last very long here. You know, it's a hope that, you know, we get to see the Oilers play a great game, but how are they going to do against the next team that they face in the Colorado Avalanche? Are we going to actually bring this type of game that we played against the Islanders against the next team that we do it? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see. But, you know, we're going to leave it up to then. Colorado, LA, Anaheim, some pretty big games upcoming, and some really late games as well. Holy crow. But we got some big games coming along here very, very soon. So I'm excited to see what will happen with the Edmonton Oilers. But instead of me babbling on, let's get into this game here with the Edmonton Oilers. The very first goal was scored by Leon Draisaitl, getting his 22nd goal of the season. It was a beautiful setup pass by McDavid, setting up Draisaitl for an absolute bomb of a shot. Leon Draisaitl getting his first goal in a few games as well. He has been on a kind of a scoreless drought over the past few games, so finally getting to see him get a goal. He hasn't scored since December 13th against the Nashville Predators, so overall it's been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Holy crow. That's crazy for Leon Draisaitl not scoring in that amount of games. That is absolutely lunacy. But it was also a great play by McDavid to keep it alive, to get it over to Nuge, and then right back over to him to set up Draisaitl for a beautiful goal to get the game started off for the Edmonton Oilers. And then right after that, Kaylee Yamamoto with an absolute beautiful toe drag shot. I didn't think this one was going to go in. Quite honestly, I was like seeing the shot. I'm like, okay, that's no way that's in. And then all the players start celebrating. I'm like, oh my God, we just scored there. That's amazing. And Yamamoto got his third goal of the season. It was a shorthanded effort as well. McDavid was doing a great job on the PK. And people that say McDavid has not been good defensively, I disagree, man. McDavid has been a workhorse for us defensively this year. He has just been crazy good. He's really been helping the defensive core a lot, I think. McDavid, he's been back checking more than I think anybody on the damn team. It's crazy the way that this man has been working. And then we jump into the second period where all the goals or the other goals happen. Matthew Barzal getting his 11th goal of the season. Bad, breakout by Kulak, wasn't able to get out of the zone, and then it was just a great snapshot by Barzal over the glove of Jack Campbell to put it right into the back of the net for the Islanders. And then right after that, the Hollywood boy, Dylan Holloway, the gorgeous, the sexiest man on the team, gets his second goal of the season for the Edmonton Oilers to give us a 3-1 lead. It was an absolute beautiful 1-T from him, just bombed it right past Yorkin to get his second. And then right after that, Zach Hyman with a beautiful rush opportunity was able to bury his 18th goal of the season for the Edmonton Oilers to put us up 4-1. Clutterbuck was able to get a tip to get it past Campbell. Campbell was kind of puck watching. Didn't notice that Clutterbuck was going to tip it right on by him, which he did, and just made the game 4-2, and that was the way that the game ended. It was a pretty entertaining game here for the Edmonton Oilers, a game where I actually was fairly surprised by the way that the Edmonton Oilers played very, very good defensively. This was the very first outing where I was really liking Nurse and Cece. I actually didn't see any complaints against the Nurse and Cece pairing. I thought they played quite strong. I thought they were actually one of our best defensive pairings throughout the night as well. I thought they just played really strong. Another thing to note, we did play 11-7, but I don't really know why, because we only played like Nebelainen 3 minutes out of this entire game. So we were putting ourselves really short-handed throughout the game, just playing 12-7. So I don't know why. Maybe it was just to give the boys an extra rest and throw Nebelainen out there for like a quick extra shift with somebody. I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird on why we did that. Not too sure. Kulak and Barry, they had an okay night. They weren't amazing offensively. They were okay defensively throughout the night. And Broberg and Bouchard, I thought they were pretty good throughout the night, generating some good chances offensively, and didn't do that bad defensively as well. And we had a lot of new offensive lines as well. Costin, McDavid, Yamamoto. I was excited, but I didn't know what to expect from this line. And holy crap, did we ever see Costin McDavid just look really, really good. And I'm hoping they stay together for the next few games and give this a try out and see how Costin will do alongside of McDavid. I think it's a really cool experiment, and I thought they played really good. I thought this was one of the better lines throughout the night, alongside of the Hyman Draisaitl Nuge line, which I also thought was a really good line as well. I thought they were going to go back to the old Dynamite line with Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Nuge, which I was hoping they didn't, because usually that lineup combination hasn't been, working too much. Yamamoto, I just don't think really works alongside of Draisaitl right now. So seeing that combination, I thought worked really well. Then Mark McLeod and Pulley Arvey. I thought they did really well throughout the night, played pretty well defensively, even though they had one of the goals against wise, but they played pretty well offensively, generated a little bit, and didn't play that bad defensively. And then Holloway, McLeod, Holloway, I think it was Holloway, because Holloway and Ryan were the extra forwards, so they kind of like jumped in with McLeod a little bit throughout the night. And then I know they jumped in with Yamamoto as well for a shift, but they didn't play too much between Holloway and Ryan, only about 9 minutes. I still believe Holloway should be sent down to the AHL, but I mean, the guy's almost played the full season with us by now, so I don't think it's really going to be too much of a difference to send him down now. I think you just kind of fully embrace him up in the NHL. He's starting to get some offense going here and there, but I would like to see a little bit more, but he's young, so I'm not really expecting too much from Holloway. He's usually, every time he's ever played, he usually gets off to a slow start and then starts picking it up, so I'm excited to see what else Dylan Holloway will do throughout the year. But really good outing by the Edmonton Oilers. We actually played, this was one of our strongest games of the year. I do give us benefit of the doubt, I was hating on them for the last few games, but that was really good. It was a really good outing from the Edmonton Oilers. We played a really strong game. This was really impressive, so I give them huge tips for this one. Round of applause for these guys, but we got to continue going. We got to continue playing like this, because quite honestly, I don't like the record that we're at. I don't really like the spot that we're at in the standings. For France to be okay with us just being in a wild card spot or just in the playoffs, I kind of hate that feeling of just being in the playoffs. I hate that. I'd rather be a guaranteed top divisional team, especially since we have McDavid and Draisaitl on the same damn team. But for now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.